A brutal reminder of how quickly things can change. That's what was on show tonight. Yeah, that's going to hurt a bit, and I think, dare I say, put us back in the pack, because Adelaide are going to romp through and win now, defeat the Gold Coast. All of a sudden, those two home finals are in a bit of jeopardy. It's another tricky game, as Collingwood never like to play anything straightforward. That third quarter was hair-tearing. Really should have put ourselves in a good position to go on and win it. And even so, to lead by 21 points early in the last, you shouldn't be losing from there. A side like us should not be losing from there. Credit to Freo though, they came out hard, as every team does against us. They put their best foot forward and they made the most of their chances. It's as simple as that. More scoring shots, more inside 50s, didn't win the game. And I know a lot's going to be said about this back line. Missing some pretty key personnel. I was reading on Twitter, and I can't remember who it was, so apologies, but is that 4 times now that either Howe has missed or Howe has been injured halfway through in the last little bit that we've lost? Something like that. I'm not sure. Maybe 3, but... yeah, well, the defence. I think we would have been a bit naive to suggest that we weren't going to leak goals tonight, knowing that Jeremy Howe and Dan Houston were out. And I think, apart from when they sent deep entries inside our defensive 50, and we obviously got caught out a lot with the height advantage, Markov was stuck one-on-one, Quaino lost a few one-on-ones, Moore obviously lost quite a few one-on-ones, but I thought the team defence beyond our defensive 50 was okay. Obviously still playing very attacking. And I think we win that game 8-9 times out of 10. The problem was, again, the efficiency between the midfield and the forward 50. We revert back to 20 and 20 and 2021 all over again. Even Lipper, who they seem to look for quite a bit in the middle to enter the ball inside 50, even some of his kicks were just a little bit too high, or the ladder, or just a bit too slow, I'm not sure. But we missed a lot of opportunities going forward. Some standouts for me were Beau McCreary. Gosh, I think we would have lost this game by a lot more had he not been back in the team. His tackling was ferocious. In fact, he really set the tone for the Pressure Pies. They were back north of 30 tackles inside 50. They were there, and the effort was there, you could tell. And I thought Darcy Cameron's contested marking and intercept marking was superb and much needed at a time where we were lacking a lot of plays inside that back 50, as we know. He was critical in us getting into the position we did. But that's disappointing. It's disappointing for us to lose that 2 in a row. Yeah, I think we're back in the pack, and I say that because we've got some massive games coming up over the next month. Richmond will be up and about, got a bit of confidence. They've won 2 straight. And they'll want to try and see if they can get over the old enemy, even though I do expect us to win that game. The problem lies afterwards. Brisbane, huge. Hawthorn, massive. Adelaide speaks for itself. Missing some players, but didn't feel like we should have lost that one tonight. 21 points up early in the last quarter. All the momentum going our way. And all of a sudden, it falls away. We've got to sharpen up. Simple as that. We'll unpack more tomorrow. But here's 90 seconds of Marcus summing things up before we finish. Safe journey home.
Well. Don't know what to say. Didn't think we'd lose 2 in a row after about a month ago. I always knew this game was going to be a tricky one with the personnel out, but it's an absolute debacle how this one's got away. Kicks inside 50, particularly in the second half, really let us down. Some very errant efforts around the contest, not hitting targets, not looking up before putting on the boot. Hurt us. Pay the ultimate price. Walking away from the G tonight, it does not feel like one we should have lost, but also doesn't feel like one we should have won, quite frankly, because Freo came hard. Freo came hard in that last quarter, and we went into our shells and really did what we've done to many opposition in the past. So we'll be licking our wounds here. Yeah, a lot to unpack tomorrow on the pod. Tune in. Yeah, go Pies.